we got to talk about big sole.
You got soul.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking, but I was talking about shoe soles.
Hey, it's funny. You're a funny guy.
Today, we got to talk about Hoka one-on-one, and are these shoes worth it?
Look at that sole. I mean, good God, that's like 2 inches of sole down there, you know? So I just think these are more comfortable.
You ain't got no soul, white boy.
Welcome to Fitness and Beer. I'm Larry Powell. Let's go.
So, what do you think of Hoka shoes? Are they more comfortable than the average shoes? I see you're rocking the Hokas. Are the Hokas more comfortable than your average gym shoe?
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, normally I've always worn Adidas or Nike. First pair I've ever worn, most comfortable shoe.
The nice wide frame for me, a lot of cushion.
Yeah.
How do you like those Hokas?
They're legit. They're soft.
So, what do you think of your Hokas?
I recommend Hokas for anybody that does a lot of walking.
People love their Hokas.
They was my magic shoes.
All right, Forrest. You can open your eyes now.
I happen to notice I see lots of Hokas in certain environments.
Specifically here on my beloved walking trail. Well, it's a trail. It's not just for walking. It's for biking. You know what I mean.
And in theme parks or the hospital or even the gym. Basically, anywhere where people are planning on either getting a lot of steps in or spending a lot of time standing on their feet. So that got me thinking, I gotta see what all of the hype is about. So I gotta go get a pair.
Okay, I'm pretty excited because I'm about to try on one of these Hokas for the first time. So, yeah, all right, let's do it.
Now, at first, I unwittingly selected a pair of stability shoes by selecting the Arahi 6s. Thanks a bunch to you guys out there for pointing this out. A stability model is going to run a little bit firmer than your average shoe.
First impression, and super interesting. These are definitely a little harder feeling in the sole. However, it's really comfortable as I step. It feels like a really rock solid foundation.
And is meant to stop the foot from rolling inward. So it's basically kind of a correction for people that either overpronate or maybe have flat feet. Now, I don't believe that I suffer from any of the particular ailments that would require a stability model, and I bought them solely because I felt that they were comfortable at the time. So as a result, here I am back in Dick's to try on some other pair of Hokas in comparison to my Arahis. And because of your suggestions, I'm gonna go and check out both the Cliftons and the Bondis. So let's see how this goes. When really digging into it, I think I like both pair better than I like my Arahis. And I still like my Arahis a lot too. And in this case, there wasn't as big a difference between the Arahi and the Clifton. It's really the Bondi that feels significantly different. Whoa! So here I am in Dick's, and I was checking out a pair of Bondis, and Bondis seem to generally cost in the $160 range. And I was fortunate enough to try on this pair right here. And guess what price they showed up for? $64.99. So these are going home, and we're gonna put some miles on them, and then we're gonna tell you all about it for sure. And so once again, I was up to my old tricks as I put the Hoka Bondis to the test. I mean, I walked, I ran, I worked out, and I did a host of other life activities while rocking these Hoka Bondis.
I put on about 25 miles a day, well, probably more, 30 miles a week, I should say.
My feet feel wonderful. The impact is for walking is absolutely great for the feet.
Same, and less foot injuries and shin and knee injuries. So
They're legit. I like them. They're soft. They're good. They're comfortable. It's good.
I mean, my wife and I work out a lot. Probably the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn.
Hoka 101 was founded back in 2009, and they came out with the so-called maximalist shoe, which was positioned in contrast to both the minimalist shoe and the barefoot shoe, both of which were popular at this time. Now, you know that saying, you get what you pay for? Well, in the case of Hoka, I feel it's more like you get what you see. With any Hoka, you're going to experience a thick layer of foam cushioning your foot from the ground. And I can promise you, it feels just as plush as it looks.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
I felt that the Bondi offered an outstanding platform for which your foot can come into contact with the ground. I mean, little pebbles and inconsistencies in the terrain are just washed away in a mountain of cushion. And you know what else I found really great about these shoes was the comfort of lateral movement.
So good, so good. I got you.
I am truly surprised at how stable the shoe feels for a shoe that has such a thick sole, and the comfort with which I could move from side to side. Okay, the other thing that I noticed is that these shoes have a definitive rocker in them.
Let's rock today.
So if you're not the person that likes that kind of rocker feel in your shoe, you won't like these. However, it's unique feeling, but I didn't feel that this rocker was too overstated, and it didn't interfere with my comfort while standing. Another noticeable trait of the Hoka Bondis is they had a really nice lightweight upper, and overall were pretty lightweight for such a clunky looking shoe. They actually weighed in at exactly 12 ounces, which is 0.2 of an ounce lighter than the Nike Air Max 270s. But it's also more than an ounce heavier than the Cloud Monsters from On. Now, I made a previous video where I compared On Cloud to Hoka, and in that video, I selected On as the shoe that I like better due to the fact that I felt that it was more cushioned. But since I've now discovered the softness and plushness of the Hoka Bondis, have I changed my mind?
You don't know what you're talking about, do you? Sir?
Wow, that is a super tough question. But no, I haven't changed my mind, but I do have to give Hoka more credit for being a very cushioned shoe, which is variable depending on model, of course. When comparing these two most extreme models, the Hoka Bondi to the On Cloud Monster, I have to admit, it is neck and neck when it comes to cushion, yet the feel of the two shoes is very different. When it comes to the On Cloud Monster, in my opinion, the shoe feels more springy / sponge-like, and the sole of the shoe has a bit more give. Whereas with the Hoka Bondi, it is also very cushioned, yet the sole of the shoe feels a bit more molded and stable in my opinion. Ultimately, yes, I still feel that the Ons are a bit softer.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yet the Hokas are very cushioned as well. And I genuinely think that which shoe is better is gonna come down to which of these two feelings you prefer, and just overall personal preference.
Tell me something else I don't know.
I really like my Hoka Bondis, and I may even prefer them for walking running and working out. But when it comes to just milling about, give me the Cloud Monsters.
I said, you don't know what you're talking about.
Now, I know a lot of you have expressed a similar sentiment in the comments when it comes to working out or exercise that you prefer the Hokas. And when it comes to just walking around, that's when it's time for On Clouds. And I gotta say, I understand 100% where you're coming from. Now, as for the way the Hoka Bondis look,
and I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
let me just say this. The Bondis are the most Hoka-ish looking and slightly remind me of and are Hokas in general worth the price tag?
The next question is, the Hokas have a tendency to be a little bit more expensive than most sneakers. Are they worth the price tag?
Yeah, and it's not that expensive. You get them on sale. I go through Dick's and some other shops, even Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Hokas have a tendency to be a little bit more expensive than the average shoe.
Yeah.
Are they worth the cost?
Since I wear them every day for the past 6 months, probably.
Are they worth the price tag?
Yes, they are. They are expensive, but they're well worth it.
They're worth the investment.
Again, this one is gonna come down largely to personal preference because in the end, they're really just sneakers, but very comfortable sneakers. And I will say this, that most styles of Hokas offer something unique in terms of comfort that's gonna be unmatched by most other brands. But I'm by no means suggesting that Hoka is the only brand of comfortable shoes out there. That is by no means the case. Nor is a 2-inch thick foam sole the only way to achieve comfort. But it sure is a darn good one. Thanks a bunch for watching. Until the next one, fitness and beer.